Hey, what's up? We're about to do a Gem Knight profile because my brother told me to. So
Do it.
let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, it's a Gem Knight deck, so you're playing 3 Lazuli because she lets you add back your normal monsters to hand, so you can continue fusion summoning.
Not once per turn.
Obsidian, he does the same thing, but he special summons it to the field.
Not once per turn.
Yeah, neither of these are once per turn. This one it's sent from hand to the graveyard. He gets to special summon a normal monster. The Lazuli, when it's sent by a card effect, gets to add a normal from your graveyard to the hand. So they function a little bit differently, but they both generally accomplish the same purpose. 3 tourmaline, ideally this would be Sapphire, but I do not have mine yet, unfortunately. And also for normals, we're playing Lapis. This is because you have to summon Lapis Lazuli, and this is the requirement for that. And then the honorary Gem Knight is 2 Crystal Rose. This lets you dump a Gem Knight from deck to graveyard to copy its effect. Typically, you're going to send Lazuli so you can generate more card advantage. And then also, once per turn, you can banish a fusion from the graveyard to summon this back from the graveyard. Lets you continue link climbing and fusion summoning. And then for extenders, the Tenyi Spirit Adhara, he's just a free special summon when you don't control an effect monster. Or when you don't control any effect monsters, you can special this from your hand. He's an earth monster that is not a rock.
And it's a tuner.
And it's also a tuner, so yeah, you can do some synchro stuff with it. But generally you're just using it to make curious. And then also Black Dragon, so rock deck. He just gives you 3 free cards for almost no reason. It's pretty absurd.
Wish that Emancipator wouldn't get it banned.
And then also Rescue Rabbit. You're playing 6 normals, so Rescue Rabbit is one of the main ways to FTK. It's the easiest way, at least. Then for the spell cards, Gem Knight Fusion. If you open it, it's amazing. If not, you can always dump it off of Curious. It's incredible because you can just continue to recycle it to your hand by banishing a Gem Knight. And then Unexpected Die, since you're playing 6 normals, this lets you get one for free. And then since it's a combo deck and you're trying to FTK, you're playing 3 Call by the Grave so your opponent can interact with you as little as possible. 3 Pot of Desires, just because you're playing so many cards in multiples, it doesn't really matter if you banish 1 or 2 of a card. And a free +1 is always nice. 2 one-time passcode. It generates a normal monster. You can link it off into a link spider so that it's an earth, so you can make it curious. And then Magical Midbreaker Field, because again, you don't want your opponent to interact with you if at all possible. Monster Reborn, just as another extender. And then Foolish Burial, so you can get to your Black Dragon, or sometimes you can send a Lazuli to add something back, or if you never got a Lapis, then you can always dump that with this, so you can get that monster available to you. And then that's the main deck. For the extra deck, Link Spider. If you have 2 normal monsters in your hand, you can normal one link into this and then special the other, or you can turn like a one-time passcode token into this, and it generally just helps you get to Curious. Cross Sheep, since this is a fusion deck, you have options with this to summon extra monsters from the graveyard. 2 Gem Knight Phantom Quartz lets you search for your fusion, or usually if you already have fusion access, you'll search Obsidian.
It primarily lets you add any Gem Knight card, right?
Yes, it lets you add any Gem Knight card, and also it lets you fusion using your banished or graveyard Gem Knights. So this is one of the main parts of the FTK. You're always going to be making this. And then Curious, he usually is dumping Black Dragon. Yeah, this is stupid. Unicorn, this is necessary for the FTK because you need to shuffle back your Master Diamond in order to get multiple Lapis Lazuli effects off. Appaloosa, this is just the best link 4 to make. Typically, this is also part of the combo because you need something to link your Curious off of. or off with the block dragon. So I think people used to use proxy dragon for that, but now Apollos is just all around better. It stops your opponent from being able to Nibiru you. So there's, bar the price, there's no reason not to play this instead of proxy dragon. And then for fusions, 2 Zirconia. If I was playing Sapphire, I would change one of these to the Sapphire fusion. I forget if it's Amethyst or...
It's either Amethyst or Aquamarine.
Yeah, I believe it's Amethyst, but either way, one of these should be that, because it has the effect when it leaves the field, it can shuffle back one of your opponent's cards. So it's just better in that way. And then 2 Lapis Lazuli. You summon one of these normally, and then you send the other one off of its effect. You send a Gem Knight from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard, burn your opponent for 500 times the number of special summon monsters on the field. And you want to dump the other ones because the Master Diamond banishes one of these to copy its effect. So by doing this, you can get 3 activations of Lapis Lazuli in 1 turn, and burning your opponent for between 8,000 and 9,000 damage. Brilliant Diamond, you use her to cheat out the Master Diamond by tributing a Gem Knight.
Typically summoned off of the Gem Knight link, right?
Yes. And then the Gem Knight Seraphonite, usually you're not making it unless you get Nibiru'd or if you open up the Crystal Rose. But yeah, you don't play too many normal summons in this deck aside from Rescue Rabbit. If you open up multiple Crystal Roses, you can always normal summon that. But this is really just to kind of play through getting interrupted. And then just because I can, I'm playing Naturia Beast. You can special summon the Adhara, and then the Tourmaline is a level 4. So you can make Naturia Beast if you get stopped some other way. It hasn't come up yet, but it's just a cool interaction that the deck has. This could probably just be another Gem Knight fusion, or another, like another Zirconia or something, just for extra fuel. Yep, that's the extra deck. And then for the side, playing 2 Nibiru and 2 DD Crow, because Nibiru isn't great against every deck. Like Adamancipator can just use the token as another rock monster and continue like nothing happened.
Invokes shit all.
So in that case, you could play DD Crow instead, but they both have their matchups. And then Pankratops, he's another Earth, so it kind of works. And Pankratops is just a good card all around anyways.
That's why I can only put him to 1.
And then
Okay,
3
nice.
Twin Twisters, just because you don't want to have to deal with your opponent being able to interact with you. And then same with Exchange. If your opponent's going to be playing a lot of hand traps, you can play this. You could also play Drag Down into the Grave, but I prefer Exchange myself because this doesn't let your opponent draw another card, so you know everything that they have access to. And then 3 Impermanence for going second, and this is just better than Effect Failure because you're able to use it even if you draw it as your 6th card.
You can also use it on your turn.
Yes, and then also Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is a light monster, so you can make an argument for either. And then Red Reboot, just again, you don't want your opponent to be able to interact with you, so this stops them from doing that. And that's the profile.